I guess in the midst of this, the rest of the party got reunited and caught up, shared what they did, their progress, and whatnot. And then the next morning, all of you back together, got yourself together, dressed, armored, filled with food and drink, and made to leave. As you were going to leave, the Dane made you all swear on a holy text to not speak of the things that you had seen in these halls, and the spell took hold on everyone besides Jasper. You all mounted up on your axe beaks and departed from the hollowed halls of Clan Battlehammer, and as you were leaving the valley, you encountered a group of 5 Yeti waiting to ambush you. But everyone had fierce perception checks going on, and you all spotted them. A melee ensued, and during it, a blizzard set in. With the enemies defeated, you all left corpses laying around, bundled up, and decided to keep traveling in this blizzard. Are there any special preparations being made as you all begin navigating your way out of the rest of the valley? It's going to start opening up as you get closer and closer to Kelvin's cairn.
No, I think Jasper's just in front as far as, I'm concerned. I don't know what everyone else is doing.
I'll just be in the middle with the light source.
So are you all tightly packing in? You can only see 30 feet ahead of you.
Because it is blizzarding.
Because it's blizzarding.
Perhaps we should spread out in order to increase our range of vision. Just stay within sight of each other.
Sure.
Drea says, that's a really good way to get lost. If we're going to do that, it might be a good idea to have some sort of connection between us. Does everyone have rope?
I have some.
Everyone has rope.
I do. I was kind of doubtful.
I have 2 ropes.
2 ropes? Great.
Cool. So Jasper will wrap one around himself, tie it, and then hand it off to, I think Drea was next.
I think it's going to kind of be... Yeah, well, yeah. Do you want Drea to lead, or do you want to lead?
I think... Well, we're in Tundra now, right? So it's like I get my bonus.
You are outside in the tundra, yes.
Okay, then I would
Drea
like to assist.
also
but
as
still
a
roll for
ranger.
myself.
Okay, so then I think for you...
Can I do that?
If you all are spreading out, no. If you are staying packed together, yes.
Okay. Well, I don't necessarily need to, I kind of got my eye, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to see, even though it's still in a blizzard. It's just not as bad. So I could, close my normal one and then look out of my purple one and see what I can see. But, I could maybe look at the back. Do you think something might try to sneak up on us?
Who are you talking to?
Drea.
I hope not. I mean, that's always a possibility.
Would you want to take the front and I can cover the back?
Either way. I can take the back if you don't want it. If you want to lead.
I just want to be safe in the blizzard. So if you want to take the front, I'll do the back. Do we have the spores going already? I think Goody did that.
Yes. I think so.
You did too.
Yeah, I think that happened in the middle of the battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we can talk to
Yes.
each other with no like penalty on range outside of.
You can talk to
Goodies
someone
range.
within 30 feet of you. So I guess it just depends on like. I guess I kind of want to know like your all's walking order and how you're proceeding, and how far apart you are specifically.
Maybe like 15 feet.
And I'll definitely be in the middle, being super squishy.
Do you all want to go one at a time, or 2 by 2, or what's the plan?
I think 2 by 2 is probably smarter. We cover more ground, but we're still closer, and nobody can get snatched away.
Okay.
Without somebody noticing.
So who wants to be up front with Drea?
I'm gonna be in the back.
I'm gonna be in the middle as the light source.
Forge hand, I
Drea,
want to be
yeah.
with you.
Okay.
Yeah, Watcher, Forge Hand.
You make me feel safe.
He's big. And then so is the back Glanduil and Jasper?
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait. And who wants Goody?
Nobody.
I think you should probably be in the middles for the range.
He was with Forge Hand last time.
Yeah, he was with me before, so
Cool.
just stick
I'll
where he
just
is.
Be like, yep, up on your herb. Okay, are you all roping yourselves together, or is the plan just to stay close?
I'm roping.
Oh, loud he roping.
Oh, Lord, he roping. Trying not to make rope jokes.
Jasper's
Okay.
also going to use the free psychic whispers on Drea, like before we split up, so that Jasper can talk to Drea no matter how far away we are.
Okay, roll your D something.
Yeah, it is
A D6.
Yeah, it's a 6. I can do it. Proficiency bonus, so I can do it to 3. Or sorry, hang on.
Proficiency is
What
2.
are we? 2. So I can do it to I'll do Drea and Skywatcher, so that he can talk to me if he shifts, and just be like, check, check.
Okay.
We got a side chat just in case something happens for 5 hours.
For 5 hours. So you are roped to Glanduil,
Yes,
or
if he is willing.
Yes.
Cool.
Skywatcher? Are you roped to Drea?
I
A lone wolf.
yeah, I don't know. Can you really rope a wolf?
Yeah, like around its neck.
Oh, not a dog. Yeah. I guess if Drea wants to be roped, I would rope.
Okay, Thistle and Forehand, are you all roping it up?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it.
And then
I think I
is the-
do. I may see a problem with Forge Hand being roped to Thistle, because if he's got to run at something, Thistle doesn't want to be tied to Forge Hand.
That's a good thing. And I don't want to be tethered to Forge hand if I want to fly off.
Sure.
So
Right,
Right,
I'll-
it's like you
It's like,
could just
or you could
tie
just
your,
you could be a kite.
you could run the you could run the ropes between your birds or your saddles or something, if you'd rather.
that'll work as long as we can.
Yeah, saddle seems
Forge
fine.
hand can charge the enemy, and I can fly away from the enemy. We're good.
Works for me.
Cool.
Thistle and Forge Hand tied by saddle. Are Glanduil and Jasper tying around their waists, or are they doing saddles?
I think saddle makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I imagine the little thing that your hand goes on, we could just like wrap around that.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, that works for me. Just wanted to get the lay of the land. You all get yourselves together, bundle up. Everyone's wearing their goggles. You're on your axe beaks, and you begin to navigate by Drea's guidance. Drea now will make a survival check. Skywatcher, you are up front. Are you assisting her any way, or just chilling?
I mean, I'm gonna like look about.
Okay.
I don't know.
Roll a
I'm not, like-
perception check
All right,
as you look about.
and
Drea
sniff
will
about, of course.
roll. Of course. Drea will guide themselves. Guidance. So that brings us up to a plus 12.
Why can't I see this? There it is. 18.
Cool. As you go, you see no danger. And mostly because a blizzard. But you all carry on. It is another hour and a half or so before you all start to slow down, encountering no issues along the way. And Drea sort of stops the group and is like, okay, we're at the base of the mountain now. Keegan said Garrett was taking some people up here. So if we're looking for a group of people that climb this mountain, I think the first thing we should try to do is find their base camp, and that can give us a better idea of the path they took up Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah. That sounds like a great idea.
Great. So, I will offer this. Skywatcher saw this the first day we met. I do have a sort of hidey hole here at the base of Kelvin's Cairn. If we really get wiped out and need to, rest. Just offering that.
Excellent.
It will. Yep. What?
Excellent. A fine resource to have in a hostile wilderness.
Yes, I've had to sleep in there a lot of times. The last time I was there was with Bash and Skywatcher, which feels so long ago now. Okay, well, here we are. Let's start circling this mountain. And I need a group survival check. We need more successes than failures. I will allow you to guide yourself in this.
Sweet.
But if you're using guidance, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And that will represent the entire time that you're casting that spell, since there is a blizzard and that makes concentrating on spells hard. So roll, if you're going to use guidance, go ahead and roll a concentration check, and then I'll tell you if you'll be able to use it for the check.
Okay.
So make a constitution saving throw.
23 on the con save.
Cool. So you'll be able to use guidance. Drea passed the con save also.
I got a 21.
Great. You'll be able to use guidance. Is anyone else planning to use the guidance spell? All right. That sounds like a no. Cool. So then everyone roll a survival check.
Are we in mountains now? Are we out of tundra?
You're at the base of a mountain, so I'll say this is still tundra.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20 with no bonus.
I did not help.
I got a natural 20.
Ew.
And
That will help, but they're not helping.
27.
I got a 14.
I got
Okay.
a 15.
I got a rock. I need everyone to say those numbers again.
Oh, I got a 15.
Jesse, would you... Okay, Skywatcher got a 15. What did you
Hey.
get, Jesse?
I got a 20.
Or I guess Glenduel. Jesse's not there. 20. Thistle, what did you get?
14.
14. And Jasper, what did you get?
Well, I got a 27, but then I wanted to do a side bolstered knack, so now it's a 31.
Great, you spent it. Forge Hand, what did you get?
8.
Okay. So, here is a fact. Okay, so, I will say, and this is just, you know, what the module says, you all spend 8 hours looking for this camp while you are outside. You do, at the end of those 8 hours, find it. Also, with you rolling so high, Jasper, you managed to find a smaller sort of camp that you don't think... I guess... You find a camp that you do not think is related to the base camp you're looking for. Inside of this camp, you find 2 bodies. Both are decapitated, very thoroughly frozen, and you see that on them, within their frozen bodies, they still have backpacks with bags of supplies. Do you all do anything with these bodies or their supplies?
I mean, y'all's supplies ain't bad, and I got the bag of holding, so. I guess they're frozen, so we could just put them in there.
They shall certainly not be using the supplies.
I think it would be hard to put a whole body in there because
Okay.
it's a bag.
I'm not sure that part's necessary. Just their provision that they have no use for anymore.
Sure. You wanna like hold your hammer over here?
Yep.
So you start
sorry.
like melting some of the... Oh, okay. Is this just to light it? Yeah, so it's like
or
you find...
melting if necessary, whatever we need to do.
Yeah, so their bodies are like... It's like layer upon layer of like ice and snow. And their bags as well. You know, everything in here is going to be fairly well preserved because it's like frozen solid. Is anyone like checking out these dead bodies at all?
I mean, how well can we see them through the ice?
Roll an investigation check. Anyone is welcome to roll this
I would
investigation
like
check
to
if they
as well.
are looking over these dead bodies.
I would like to as well.
Right.
So I have a question. If we've been looking for 8 hours, I guess I'm not a wolf anymore.
No, not at all, for sure. Yeah, you're just a
Cool.
centaur.
17 on investigation.
I got a dirty 20. Oh wait, I didn't add anything to that. 26.
Whoa!
Nice.
So did you get a natural 20?
No, I meant to ask before I said that number. Can I cast guidance on myself for this?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, cool.
And at this point, oh, okay, shit. All right, so thinkies. So I'm gonna say that you're finding this like halfway in to find, like, trying to find this other base camp. At this point, you all made it to the base of Kelvin's Cairn, around like 2 o'clock. An hour later, the blizzard stops. Sorry, it's been going this whole time. It is about 3 o'clock at this point. 3 p.m. No blizzy. 3 hours later, at 6, you are finding these 2 bodies. I need 3 blizzard checks in a row.
I got
Corey,
the first one.
You roll 1. Kevin,
The
you roll 1.
D100.
No, you're just rolling a d20, and in this case, Kevin, you go first. You just don't want a 1.
Not a 1.
Great. Corey, you don't want a 1 or a 2.
Not a 1 or a 2.
Tony, you roll 1. You don't want a 1, 2, or a 3.
Not any of those.
Great. So you find these bodies, you start looking them over with your investigation checks. It looks to you as though these beings were killed by Yetis, and that both of these bodies have been here for 1 or more years. Jesse, with Glenduel's 26, was it?
Mhm.
You think these have been here for about 2 years. One of the bodies looks for sure human. The other looks very close to it. You're like, Thistle, you're like, that's probably another human. And Glanduel, you're like, I think this is the body of a half-elf. Which it's like, I feel like to tell it's a half-elf, there's a degree of like litheness. The backpacks are solidly frozen and will need to be thawed out to be gone through. This is something that you all can do specifically if you want to like find shelter. Until you all spend time to thaw things out, you do not know what's in these, but you basically have put 2 frozen backpacks into your bag of holding, Bryce.
Thanks.
I need another blizzard check Bryce and another blizzard check Jesse. You don't want Bryce, you don't want a 4 or below. Jesse, you don't want a 5 or below.
Oh, here we go. We got it already.
I will let inspiration be used if you want, or we can just keep blizzing.
I'll use it. I'm going with the actual die.
Go for it. Rolls a
10.
4. Great. 6 to 7. No blizzy. Glenduel, Jesse, what did you get?
17.
Fantastic. Corey, I need one from you.
Oh, that fell. It's an 11.
Great. And Forge Hand, I need one from you.
Oh no. Well, time to use my inspiration. I will go again. Oh no, that's a 9. Have we hit that
That's
number
great.
yet?
Nope, we're good. So, at the conclusion of this 8 hours, you all find 2 pitch tents in the snow near an icy outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. Hold on, let me change this music. Between the tents is an overturned sled. Still harnessed to the sled are 5 howling, starved-looking, like, sled dogs. What do you all do?
Goody, do you have any of your berries left?
Yeah, I got berries. Sort of like shakes them out.
Anybody good at kind of not freaking out animals?
I can speak to animals.
Unit?
Right, but he said don't freak them out.
It's 2 different things, indeed.
You should talk to him, Drea says to Skywatcher.
All right, I'll do my best.
Yeah, give them
No.
these berries.
I'm going to cast speak with animals.
As you cast this spell, you hear, "Fuck! Fuck! It's so fucking cold! I'm so goddamn hungry! Fuck!" And these dogs are just screaming. They are cold and hungry and miserable. As you cast the spell and you just start hearing them, what do you say as you approach them? Goody offers
Man,
you
it's quite the potty mouth too.
like 10 good berries.
Oh, hello there. Would you like some food to eat?
Roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
They are potty mouths.
Uh,
Whatever the dog equivalent of fuck is.
uh, 16.
Fantastic. You say food, and they all sort of like go from like defensive scared to sort of like wagging their tail, and you come up and feed them all good berries.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh wow. Thank you. Okay. Can you? Oh gosh. Can you let us go? Can you cut this thing, whatever this is? And it's like the dogs are like gesturing to the rope.
Ask
Yeah.
where the people went.
Yeah, I can do that. Do you mind while I'm doing it? Because I'm not trying to make it look like I'm not gonna let them go if they don't answer me.
Right.
Hey, where the people who who had you all
They went
Go.
up,
up
and they all look back towards the mountain. Up there.
into the sky?
No, up the
Oh,
the hill. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that
Oh,
makes
there's-
more sense.
Just
All
up
right.
there. It's
Yep.
been. I mean, so many lights and darks since they left.
Hey, do you all want to stick with us for a little while? We can, give
Do you
some
have more
and stuff.
food?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, roll another animal handling check with advantage.
It's a 24.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Can is there a place where we can not be out in here, out where the cold is?
At this point we have found the.
You found the base camp, and Drea, like, we'll say, like, an hour ago, was like, my home's over there if we
Okay.
wanted to stop, but you all kept going.
Okay. All right. I can. Is our link still open to talk to the, or can I just talk without them understanding me? I guess.
Yeah, they don't understand. Yeah, I'd say you can kind of switch back and forth.
Okay. I would. Yeah.
And you all have seen Skywatcher just, like, yipping and barking at these dogs. for a few minutes.
Hey, you guys. They want us to. They want to hang out a little bit, maybe. But is there a place where you think we could, get them out of the cold? That would be. How? I mean, should we take them back?
That hidey hole back there.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Sure, we could do that.
I don't think we have time to walk them back
Take
there.
'em. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
Dre says, "Yeah, we could take him back. The place I have, it's fairly small. We're all going to be pretty snug in there. I will say it's also, I think, pretty late. I'm gonna have Drea roll a survival check. Yeah, I think it's like 10 or so at night right now. Do you all want to try and come back and climb in the morning, or do you want to start this tonight?"
Oh no, we definitely don't climb tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I still got the tents and stuff. Like, we could just try to camp here if you want.
Well, if we use my hidey hole, we won't even need the tents necessarily. I mean, unless you want the privacy.
We can go.
Okay. And I guess as this talking has been happening, you do see, as I said, that there are 2 pitched tents here. There is an overturned sled, and in addition, you all see like 2 crates, and it looks like one of them was like close enough to the dogs that they ripped it open and like have eaten everything that was inside of it. And the other crate looks like it was kind of like out of their reach because they were still like on their like sled lines and could only get so far.
I'm gonna ask the dogs.
Hey, how long have you all been here, do you think? How many moons?
Oh, wow. It's really... What is that, though?
Yeah, I didn't know if you would know.
Can you tell me what that is?
The big ball in the sky at night.
Oh, Skyball.
Yeah, do you know how many times it's gone and come back? And do you know what number of times is?
I think I've seen Skyball, and they all start kind of talking to each other. Do you remember last Skyball? Most recent Skyball would have been... I think it was like one Skyball. Skyball is gone now, though. And I would say, Jasper, with your training, and probably you too, Skywatcher, being a moon druid, tomorrow, 2 days from now, is the new moon. So the last full moon was roundabouts 2 weeks ago. So they've been here at least since Skyball. So you think that it's been at least maybe 2 weeks that they've just been stuck here.
Gotcha.
Or I guess that's not the term here. It's been almost 10 days. I think that's the measurement of time in this world, is a 10-day. Yeah. Yes.
Well, they've been here for a while, you guys. Which I guess...
I mean, they ate everything in that crate, right?
Yeah.
Wow. You said there's an overturned sled?
Yes.
Must have been.
That's how they are unable to move, because they are still I guess they'd probably be staked down. Yeah, they're staked down. And yes, there is an overturned sled.
Can I start poking around the tents while he's looking at that?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I check out the overturned sled?
Yeah.
Yes. This sled could easily be hooked up to 6 dogs, and would be an alternative source of transportation, like if you wanted to have this instead of an axe beak. There is the two major ways of transportation in the Dale are axe beaks or sled dogs. Glanduel, you start poking around these tents, and they are bereft of belongings. It looks like they were put up with the thought of, we'll come back down here and sleep. And they have not been returned to since they were placed. There are layers of ice and snow that, after hearing from Skywatcher, it seems like it's probably been at least 10 days since these were put up.
Well,
Seems like these have not been inhabited since they have been erected.
And I guess you all poking around, you do find that this other crate that the dogs couldn't reach has more rations in it.
nice.
Yeah.
Probably meant for the return trip. Well, it
Yikes.
seems like the mountain and or the blizzard and or Oyama-Nartok got the better of them.
Well, let's take a bunch of these rations. A, in case it starts to blizzard and we're stuck and we gotta eat. But B, we can take them up the mountain. So if we find people, we can feed them. But also leave some of them down here, so that if they come back, they also have something to eat.
Who leave the rations for who? The people we're looking for?
Sure, yeah. If they come back, probably not going to.
Probably not. I think we should take it all.
Sure.
I guess.
After 2 weeks.
Do you all want to bring this sled with us and hook these dogs and like kind of have them haul this like cargo to my little hidey hole?
If
They
you don't
seem
mind
pretty
having
tired
dogs
right
there.
now. Maybe we could give them a break.
Yeah. They seem tired.
I don't know. They're just hungry. But look
Yeah.
at them.
Could we hitch a couple axe beaks to the sled to pull it instead?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Unless they
Let's
want to
do-
pull it. Maybe they want to pull it. Maybe that's what they want. Should I ask
Do
them?
you ask them? I think it's worth an ask if you can.
Hey guys, do you all want to pull a sled? Do you all want to pull a sled?
We haven't done activity in so long. Please.
Oh, yeah, you want to?
If we'll take sled to sleep, to a sleeping place,
Yes. We will be able
warm
to
and more
sleep.
food.
It will be warm, and I think that we have more food. I think.
Please.
Pretty sure. Yes. No, we do. I'm sure. Probably.
And I will say, of them, you do see that this sled would be pulled generally by 6 dogs, and one is missing. But you all do recall that the dog Boy was. You all saw Boy reuniting with Keegan outside of Targos, and that is the missing dog that is no longer here.
Okay.
Great.
I would think 5 of them could still pull it though.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because there's not much in it. You all get them all strapped in and set up, and I just need one more little blizzy check. As you all make your way to Drea's
Well,
little...
I did it
do it.
last. So I'm not gonna be the one to ruin it.
I'll
For all
ruin
of
it.
this again?
I just need one check. I just don't want an 8 or below.
What'd you get? Looks like we get another blizzard.
I ruined it. I'm not
Hey.
using my 1 point of inspiration on it, so
That's okay.
Alright.
It's just gonna
I
be
got a
cold
5.
and windy. We'll be fine.
It's just gonna be cold and windy. You all start making your way. The wind starts like hitting even harder. Drea is unable to concentrate on the spell, but does successfully lead you all back to the hidey hole. And you see, it's essentially like you come up and you're like, what am I looking at? And there is like a small pine tree that is just at the base of the mountain. And Drea goes up and like them and Tilda start working and like scratching off layers of snow. And there's a big ass stone. And the two of them start moving it, and then there's a look of like, could we, 4chan, could you help with this?
Yeah, I just
And it is
didn't know what to do.
a massive stone that you all kind of like roll out of the way, and you look inside, and there is a cave that's like, 20 feet deep, 10 feet wide. You see that there's obvious places where like a small fire has been here. There's enough space for you all to easily be in here. I don't think your all's axe beaks could easily fit in here.
For sure, not.
Yeah.
Well, they're good.
So
Especially
Dre-
not Mr. Beaks.
yeah, definitely not Mr. Beaks. Drea, pads in, looks around. It's good. Everybody come in. Please leave your axe beaks outside. There should be, and Drea goes back out and like does a little produce flame and kind of like holds it up and melts some snow, and you see that there are just like a number of pitons that have been driven into the wall, and they're like, you can just kind of like rope up around those if you want to make sure your axe beaks don't run away.
Cool.
So
That's a good idea.
Thank you. Make it to Drea's hiding hole. It's not, this isn't fancy. It's definitely not Beery's house, but it is better than just being outside, just sort of dealing with all that. And they go over and like pull off a little tarp, and there's just some like dry wood in here. This is especially helpful. And they like set out like, two pieces. There's a little circle of stones around it, and sort of do like a produce flame and light it. And the stone on the backside has like large metal pegs in it that can be used to kind of like roll it back into place. And the dogs all come in here and join, and soon enough, the space starts to warm up with the combination of the fire and your all's body heat. And Goody offers, everyone good berries if they want them. He's got like 10 more. What do you all just passing out right away? It is like a day where you've just been out traveling for like probably, actually, I think I need like a Constitution saving throw from everybody just for the traversal that's happened.
Ooh. I got a natural 20.
Oh, great.
I got a 13.
Great.
I used my session inspiration. I also got 13.
Okay. Tony, you're muted.
All right.
There you go.
I realized that. I got a 16.
Okay. Thistle?
18.
Okay. You all are able to... It was a DC 13 con save because it was the number of hours over 8 that you had traveled. Everyone's good. You all... Had you have... I guess... Ooh, I guess you did travel that last hour to get back here. I'm going to say that since you're coming into warmth and food, everyone's good. You don't currently have a level of exhaustion.
We wouldn't have realized, like, at the end of that 8 hours of travel that we were getting exhausted.
I mean,
Like,
I
before
think
even
so,
finding the camp.
but like, it didn't end up happening.
What? Fair enough.
So, that was my own forgetfulness for, I could be a cruel person, but I'm not. So, you all get in here. While you are not mechanically exhausted, it has been an exhausting day of travel. Is there anything you all want to do before slumbering?
Y'all want to set these packs out and let them kind of thaw?
Near the fire.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, I'll help with that. And Drea does like a produce flame. I could do a create bonfire if we really wanted to make a big fire, but I don't know. Oh, you're doing the hammer? Cool.
Yeah, if we can get it surrounded, warmed on all sides, it'll go faster.
Does anyone else have a flame that they can make? Skywatcher, do you have anything like that? Or
I can start a fire if we have the materials set up, but I can't just produce fire.
if you want to, do you have a torch anymore? I have one if you don't.
I do. I have a torch.
Okay. If you just want to light that and maybe kind of hold it near, we can all kind of team up.
Sorry, I was.
Out with it.
No, you're perfect.
I was muted again.
But I can start a fire also with this fire. By the way.
Hot.
Forget not that I am master of the blue flame.
And I will produce a blue flame with my firebolt cantrip if you'll let me do that.
Roll an Arcana check.
Cool. I recognize that it's not technically an ability of the spell.
Yeah, because that's kind of what Produce Flame is for.
Arcana is... Yeah, 19 total.
You're just gonna burn a hole right through one of the bags.
Yeah. I'll say it's kind of like, it's just like you're like starting the cantrip and then stopping it over and over again so that it's not, because if it like came to its full zenith of power, it is a bolt that fires from you. And you like maybe accidentally do it once, but otherwise you just keep doing this sort of, stoking it, releasing it, stoking it, releasing it.
You're taking the ready action constantly and letting it fizzle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alternatively,
So
I
cool.
could use blue flame blade and just have like my sword be kind of glowing with blue flames.
Some combination of those two.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, cool. Jasper, are you contributing to the fire party?
No, I don't have a way to do fire.
Okay. Jasper just kind of watches. Drea hands you a torch and lights it from the fire and says, "Here, you contribute too."
Cool, thanks.
You all work together and melt away this this ice. Does anyone have any sort of controlling water cantrips? Is that a thing that's had in the group?
Not here.
Could tomorrow.
Okay. Drea just makes sure to is just trying to evaporate this water as it's hitting the cave floor, just to make sure that it doesn't eventually turn into ice and fuck this place up. Cool. So, going through the gear within these backpacks, you find surprisingly kind of just basic gear, not necessarily the gear of survivalists. You see torches and snowshoes and goggles and a walking stick. There are some rations, but they are 2 years frozen. Not really gear that one would use to like climb a mountain, more just like gear that you would use to kind of like get around the dale. And you know, specifically with that like 26 investigation check you got earlier, Glenduil, hearing, you know, of the history that you've collected recently, like you're almost like, were these people here before or like at the beginning of the endless winter? For them to like not have such extreme gear. So okay. Second to that, there are 2 books that are of interest. You all thaw and dry these, and one of them, as you all open it, is just filled with arcane squiggly nonsense. And Glenduil, this one catches your eye. And as you start to look through it, you realize that this is a spell book.
Ah, a marvelous find. Excellent, excellent. And I'll begin leafing through the pages.
Yes, you find the following spells within it. I will just send it directly to you since no one else can read spellbooks. Although I guess if Thistle, if you wanted to pay attention to that, you could, because you can technically like copy rituals. Although I think only Thistle, you recognize like, oh, that's detect magic. I don't know any of these other ones.
Just out of Thistle's own curiosity, Glenduil, what other spells did you find there?
Why, there are several.
I can see detect magic, but my arcane knowledge isn't really that deep. I can't really tell what these others are.
Yes, well, that is okay. We cannot all be as far advanced in the arcane arts as those such as myself. Some of the more basic spells in here include the mage armor, magic missile, and shield. Some of the basic mage spells, you know, Misty Step and Suggestion. Some of that are already in my repertoire. But there are some higher level spells that do excite me indeed, such as a spell that could counter any other, so long as the caster is proficient. As well as one that reminds me of an ancient part of the blue tiger style, known as what did I have? Note for this. Yes, this is the technique known as blue burn. Creates a massive ball of fire.
Blue burn.
Yes, it is an ancient technique passed down in my family for generations, but also generally used by other wizards too. But nonetheless, there are many others of the 4th arcane sphere, such as the greater invisibility spell and some evocation spells that deal cold damage of both 4th and 5th level. Truly a marvelous find.
Marvelous. And aren't we fortunate to have someone in our group that can harness all of the knowledge and ability and wisdom in these pages? Just how lucky are we?
How right you are. Thank you. I understand entirely.
Well, and I'll
so
say,
humble.
in that same that one backpack had both of these books, and in the other book, you all find it to be a journal. And you know, part of the nature of spell books is all of the inks and components that go into them have a somewhat preserved effect, whereas this journal is just normal parchment and ink, and parts of it are kind of, it's the thing of like, the page got wet, you dry it, I can kind of read this, but some of it's just completely gone. And as you all start to look through it, actually, I guess, if you are looking through this journal, give me like an investigation check.
I'll help with that. Guidance.
I only got a 15.
I got a natural 1.
Well,
I would just be getting in the way, so I'm not going to bother.
Thistle, with your 15, if you want to add a guidance on that, I think Glenduel was guided.
I did.
Right?
I guided myself for a total of
cool.
1 extra. Big help.
15's great. Skywatcher, it's like you're trying to get in this space, and it's like Jasper and Thistle are really kind of like over the book, and you just, you can't really get up in there. Some smoke starts to get in your eye, and then one of the dogs comes over and tries to start playing with you, and then the other ones all start to play with you, and then just all 5 of these dogs just get on top of you, and you just start like rolling around with them. You're totally not reading this book. Thistle, you and Jasper together, as you're looking through this, put together, and I don't have like a full journal, so I'm just going to kind of summarize what you find inside of it. This is the journal of someone named Janth Alawar. This was a human sage who devoted himself to cataloging the flora of Icewind Dale. And as you're looking through it, it marks the expedition's date as 2 years ago. When a particular harsh, it's like winter started, and it's like this is kind of the harshest winter we've had, and without the understanding of like this isn't gonna end, but was still here, was really going for it. Was there? You get, as you go through these pages, just like a passion for the study of plant life. Like it's like a fixation. And came here, hired a half elf guide named Hornan Willoughby, and the last entries say that they are at the foothills of Kelvin's Cairn, looking at a particular type of clover that grows here that is unlike any clover in the rest of the world. And you also gather from looking through this that this Janth was a wizard. It was like, and it's almost like the wizarding was what he was using to sort of push along his actual passion, which was botany. And that's, yeah, like of what you can make out, that's what you gather. And I think Bryce, as Jasper is looking through this, you're like, this is just some fucking nerd. But then Thistle points out this thing of like this signature, and you go back to the very beginning, and you see like Journal of Janth Alawar, and that name is familiar to you.
Yeah. Yo. This is connected to the kobold with the really smart one that then all of a sudden got kind of dumb. I read his mind a long ass time ago, and he referred to himself as Janth. And
What? Drea says.
Yeah, and I just thought it was some bullshit, but he just freaked me out. And then one day, we like met the kobolds in Tourmaline, and we got them out of the mines, and we got them into town, and we got them real jobs and stuff. And there was the one that was like smarter than all the other ones, and he was like, I'm gonna strike a deal, and we kind of did it, and he took credit for it or something. And then he started like really wising up to the speaker, and then the kobold just suddenly one day was not as smart, and he wasn't.
The last time you recall the last time you saw the speaker and the kobold was through the scrying mirror.
And so so we scryed on him, and we got the speaker, and I can't remember that guy's name. But it is the speaker of Tourmaline, right?
I think it's Oris.
Oh, Oris, yeah. So it's funny because the kobold would always wear these glasses, and then the last time we scryed on him and saw him, Oris was wearing the glasses.
Roll an insight check real quick.
It's strange
19
how
plus, I got
shifting
23.
consciousnesses would also modify eye shape to transfer the need for glasses.
What did you get in total, Jasper?
23.
23. You recall that, and these were like pince-nez, so they're just like little nose glasses, right? Like they're not glasses that you would use all the time, closer to like readers. And the other thing that Oris was doing was he had this, it was like a fanny pack that was like this strap all the way across, and you think about Trex was wearing that pack, and when Trex was wearing it, as you all were leaving the mine, at one point on your walk down, he like stopped to be like, oh, look at this particular type of flower, this is unique, and like grabbed it and put it in that little pack. And then thinking of that, Thistle, you just read through this, it mentions multiple times in this journal this particular pack, and there's just like a fondness for it. You're not sure if it was like he made it or someone else made it, but it is referred to lovingly like throughout the journal within the context of this dude's botany search and whatnot. Though those two things are connected. This pack, these like little pince-nez glasses. That's what you get with your insight check. What you do with that from there is your choice.
I convey all that connection to the group.
I knew that little fucker was like up to something, man. He just seemed so weird. But yeah, so now Oris is in danger. Something weird is going on. This body, this person, Janth, used to wear this pack, was obsessed with flowers, and then we come across a kobold named Trex in the mines, same pack, I guess. He was really fond for this weird pack and picked flowers and put it in there. And now Oris is wearing that pack. And didn't we, like, wasn't he doing something with plans for like growing plants in Tourmaline?
With your 23, you recall it looks like sketching out some kind of greenhouse or something?
Yeah. There's some weird plant shit going on. Like,
Marvelous, more weird plant shit.
I wasn't there with you all for any of that, but Ellie, is there like a nature or investigation or anything I could roll with Thistle's kind of family botany background to see like if there's any insight I can bring into like maybe what the plants are for, connection to the plants?
Yeah, I would say roll me an insight check with advantage. Insight or investigation.
Okay.
Yeah.
22.
So of the descriptions in this roughshod journal of the plants being found, there isn't a consistency of like, oh, this is medicinally valuable, or like, oh, this is magical, or oh, this can be used as a dye, or something like that. It's just kind of like a rainbow of these, and what you get truly as you look through this is like, I don't know that it was the plants that are necessarily important. What I see here looking back through this journal is just like obsessive passion about plants. And if anyone else wants to roll some sort of check to kind of like put a connection together here, I guess I would allow so. Just kind of like tell me what you think you want to roll, or unless there's just other things you're gonna glean. I don't know. That's the information that you have. I will allow other checks to be rolled just as this information is being presented again. And I guess specifically to like Thistle, Forge Hand, and Glanduil, because these are new people coming into this situation after hearing about it just from Jasper and Skywatcher. Because I don't know if Goody got to meet him very much. I don't think, and I don't recall Drea being there entirely for that section. So, yeah, I would say like an insight check, or I could even let it be like an Arcana or a religion check.
Could I
Think
do?
Arcana.
Give insight a shot, because why not?
And what did
Would
you
you
say?
consider this Arcana with me?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you just start making conjectures, and I'll say someone can give you the help action if they're willing to just like kind of like bounce ideas off of Glanduil. Probably a good thing for Skywatcher, just as like a native and a druid, as like another sort of magical person.
I'll definitely help.
I
going
got 14 insight.
What are
Not
you
great.
doing, Bryce?
I'm gonna roll insight, but I'm going to cast guidance and use a Cybolster knack.
And two will
great.
cast guidance.
Okay, great.
$24 for Arcana.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay. 19 was insight, 24 Arcana. What was the other one?
I had 14
Corey,
insight.
Okay, Corey, did you roll anything?
No, I did the initial roll, but I will roll another. That's
I
not
would say
great.
you could make
9.
one more.
That was a 9, so not great.
Okay. Great. So, with that 19, I think Jasper, you're just like, I am entirely seeing this setup. I just don't have an understanding of the explanation of why. And you're like, maybe you even think you're like, you know, this is like the equivalent of like a sloppy. Well, I don't even know if you know about that situation because you didn't. I mean, you've heard stories of people coming in and just like replacing another person, but there's like a carryover of mannerisms. Like it's like a doppelganger idea of sorts, you know, of just like, cool. Well, that would be. I guess maybe in your teachings being like, that's sloppy behavior. Like if you're going to change into a different person, you need to like change your mannerisms.
Yeah.
And I think Glanduil, you know, you have studied long and hard, so long, so hard, and read a great deal of books. And you know, where are you from? Where is it again?
Great elven city of Evereska.
Absolutely. And within within the world, there is an understanding of undead beings. And there's the idea, you know, you've heard of like wizards with necromantic powers that can like reanimate a skeleton, or further than that, a zombie, or further than that, a white, you know, there's different levels of beings. And that is mostly about bringing the body back to life while the mind is gone. And you're like, well, what's the opposite of that? Would be like a mind that is carrying on. And then you're like, maybe it's like a ghost. And I think with your 24, you have in particular like read stories, and you're not sure if they're true or not, but it's like the idea of like, well, you know, I heard about this thing in a story, so maybe there's some legitimacy to it just by nature of like it just being lore about a thing. Like you've heard of like possessions by ghosts, and in particular with ghosts and their creation, you have the idea of it's usually dedicated to some unresolved business or fixation or passion in their life that was unable to be completed, and usually as a result of some violent or horrible death. Like those two things at a crossroads tend to produce various sort of ghostly spirits. And I think that's what your 24 gets you. After you saw a dead body with the head ripped off, seemingly by a Yeti, earlier today.
Seems that the ghost of Janth may have stuck around in order to finish his botanical work.
I mean, I had this crystal with like, you know, that face that talked to me. Do you think, I don't know anything about magic, but maybe a pack like that bag does that?
Could be that the spirit is sort of tethered to the material plane by that object so fondly held.
Is that possible?
An intriguing possibility. DM, is that something that sounds reasonable?
I think with what you've read in your ghost stories, that to you seems the most likely
Seems likely
scenario.
I would like to get that bag. Not for us, but to see what's up with it. We don't have to. I don't know if this, like,
The Drea's like, the bag is what you want?
I don't know. I'm concerned that whatever is happening with, you know, let's just say there's some sort of consciousness that is skipping bodies, that is gradually going from person to person, has gotten in a position where someone that is obsessed with plants is setting up a greenhouse to grow whatever they want. I don't know if I like that. That sounds weird to me, and I would like to know what they're trying to grow.
I will say, I have intentions of making my own alchemical garden here in the Dales at some point. I hope you won't have pause with that.
No, because you're a person with your own body, and you're not.
I understand. The point of a ghost-possessed town speaker, a person in such a position of power, is certainly something I don't think we can allow to continue. I think if our mission as Equinox, as you've explained, is truly to save the 10 towns, then I don't think we can rest until we have put this ghost to rest and finished whatever unresolved business they still carry.
Sure. And if this is a ghost, like, it's inside of our friend right now, which is also concerning to me. So
Oh, you were friends with this speaker, I see.
yeah, he was really nice to us, and
Even more
you
reason.
know, so yeah, I'd like to help him in particular, but also it's just weird. The situation is strange, and I don't like it.
Perhaps Tourmaline will be our next destination after this.
It could be, but then we go back to a place we've already been. I mean, we have been, but yeah, if you guys don't
That
mind, it takes
that
time to grow
dwarfy
stuff.
guy.
So
Didn't the Dane say like, isn't isn't there another town that's real close to here where we is now?
yeah, Jasper points to it on his map, and it is
He points to
Kirkonig.
Caer Koenig.
We could go here after this.
Very well.
Say, y'all think in the morning we could like ask the dogs to see if they could find their friends? They know what they smell like.
Yeah, I could ask them that.
I mean, or I could eat one of those berries. We could like cook it over the fire and I could eat it.
Yeah, you could eat a berry, I guess.
Beery made those berries into bars so that they have been cooked,
Yes.
but they're shelf stable.
Cool. Let me find how many I have.
Would the dogs be able to climb to actually show us the direction?
Maybe they could climb, but I don't think they could pull a sled.
Wolves don't generally live on like mountains, Drea says. That's more like big cat, big goat, big. I mean, I'm just, I'm going to say it because we've seen them around. There could be Yeti on this mountain.
If we do need a goat, I have us covered.
I mean, we can probably count on Yeti being on this mountain. I think we should absolutely expect to see more of them.
Very well.
Just eventually.
We have 3 of those bars. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to, be like a real downer, but there's a chance.
Sure. I mean, we fought them before. We know how they fight, kind of what to look for. So, as long as there's not a blizzard, then we should be okay.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah.
All right, I'm beat. We need to sleep.
I am too.
Me too.
Everyone
too.
grab a wolf.
But we still need a rotation, I think.
Isn't the door sealed?
Oh, right, that was a thing.
The door is sealed.
If there's just one door, I can set up an alarm on it. Would you all like that?
That would be cool.
That sounds great.
Is there any way that you could set that up outside around the entrance and I guess your all's birds?
Ooh. That is a good idea.
Because if the rock moves, I think we're gonna hear it.
I get a 20-foot cube, so it can either be an object like a door or window, or an area that's no larger than a 20-foot cube. So if I can set it around everything else outside within 20 feet, I'll do that.
Yeah. Do you have that prepared, or are you casting it as a ritual?
That I have as a ritual.
Okay.
I could also bolster that with my own alarm to cover more space.
Excellent.
Also,
So I
hoot
guess
hoot, we still have that zap trap if we want to set
Oh
that
yeah.
up.
that trap's pretty good. There is a raging blizzard outside that just got rolled. To cast this spell as a ritual, both of you will need to pass. I'm just gonna call it 11 concentration checks.
Are they DC 10?
They are DC 10.
Does a natural 1 fail? Because otherwise, if a natural 1 doesn't fail, then I can't fail.
Because you have +9.
Yeah.
Technically.
Oh no, that's only with Blade Song. Never mind. I take it all back. Let's roll.
How long does your blade song last?
Yeah, I do have another one, and it lasts a minute. I might as well.
If you wanted to burn any blade songs you have, that could fully cover that many minutes per blade song used.
I've only got one left.
Okay, so then you can knock it down to 10 checks.
Cool.
Whoever wants to do this can. I will say, if you all are working together on this, I would be willing to let one of you give the other person advantage if you all both want to work together.
I will give Glanduel advantage.
I already have advantage.
Good.
Oh.
Stack them up, baby.
You already have advantage. I was gonna say,
I don't know if that's allowed.
Could I just hold a tarp outside and just try to block the wind?
Nice.
But I don't think there's any more help to be given if he's got advantage already.
I'll just
that Ring of the War Mage.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just gonna lower the DC to 9 instead of 10.
There you go. Get it, Glanduel.
So yeah, just I think it would be very hard for you to fail this. I'm gonna say a nat 1 fails.
Okay, so then I do need to roll.
So just don't roll 2 nat 1s, right?
The blade song only lasts a minute, and if we're doing it as a ritual, then it'll be 2 minutes total. So I still need to make the 10 checks without blade song, where my modifier is only +5.
Okay, perfect.
So
yeah,
I'll just make those 10 checks.
So just roll a 4 or higher every time with advantage. No problem.
Yep, exactly.
Not
The
too
lower
hard.
the 2 always needs to be a 4.
Just do it.
That was a 4 and a 7.
Great.
A 3 and a 5. This is awesome. Okay, that's a success. That's 3 success. 5. 6. That's a 4 and a 6. That's 7 successes. 8. 9. A 1 and a 5.
Great.
That's all 10.
So you're very aware that you're without this ring or their help, this would be impossible. There are a number of times when you almost break the concentration 8 or 9 minutes in, but them being there helps keep you on task. There's almost, because it's a ritual and it's verbal, somatic, and material, you're laying down a silver wire to some degree and uttering this incantation, moving your hand through these movements, and Thistle's just right there doing it next to you, saying the same words, to try and help keep you on track in this. And occasionally 4chan just blocking all of the wind. It's just him outside holding it, and there's just blowing fully back, and you all are just in the silhouette of his legs, but that is able to help get you through the raging blizzard that's going on. And at the end,
tarp, you can just see his face pressed against it.
Yeah, absolutely that vibe. And Glanduel, Thistle, and 4chan you can do with advantage. I need Constitution saving throws as you come out here and do this work, and are concentrating so hard on this whole situation.
Am I just rolling 1?
You have advantage, 4chan.
Okay. I was just checking if I had to make 10 of them for the whole ritual.
No. This is just like for you just being out there blocking the wind
All right.
intentionally.
22.
Great.
He used
Glenduel?
a point of inspiration to get a natural 20.
Wow.
Fantastic. You all come back inside feeling safe and confident. The snow is quickly melted off of you. You take off your gear again, settle back in. A few of the people, Drea, Jasper, and Skywatcher are all kind of like, moving towards bed. Goody's already bundled up in his pot. I guess Clay and Hugo have been here the whole time, and they've just been cold and terrified after the Yeti attack, and they're just keeping themselves in their little pots, all bundled up. And yeah, is there any other thing you all would like to do before going to bed around, like, it's probably like 1 a.m. at this point?
Nah.
Nah.
I think it's just time to crash.
Night, y'all.
All right. So no shifts are being taken. I'm gonna say because it specifically when you cast the alarm spell, when you cast this spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. I assume Rime of the Frostmaiden party members
And also
Yeah.
the axe speaks.
Yes, Axe speaks too.
and the axe speaks. You choose whether the alarm is mental or audible.
Mental.
Okay. When the mental alert pings you, if you're within 1 mile, this ping awakens you if you are sleeping. Thistle, you have this too. I'm gonna say that you also have it set for mental because that was how Glenduil was doing it. Cool. So if anything happens, you will be woken up, the two of you. Is everyone just gonna go to sleep? No shifts or guards?
I have my 4 hours after my trance.
Cool, that's right. So you just go ahead and sit down and begin your trance. All right, fantastic. Time passes. You come out of your trance. Do you change a cantrip, any spells, or any of your proficiencies? Or no, you're not an astral elf. Or wait, no, yeah, I think elves are now getting that thing where after a trance they can swap a thing. Are you changing any of your stuff? And if so, please send it to me.
Will do. I definitely am probably going to switch some stuff around. But mostly I want to spend this time trying to reach out to my swords.
Yes. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, sure. You will make the changes that you'll make before you all leave the cave. Please send that to me. That
But you
being
just
said,
walk over and go pick up your swords.
after you wake up and grab your swords, I guess not wake up, come out of your trance after connecting to the elven shared consciousness that contains every iteration of every other life your soul has already gone through in this endless cycle of elven reincarnation. You sit down with these ancient magical blades. What do you do? How are you holding them, speaking to them, interacting to them? What is this like for you?
I will cross them on my lap, kind of mirroring our house sigil, which is the 2 crossed swords underneath a moon. And I will say
out of the sheaths?
Yes, out of the sheaths for sure.
Perfect.
And I will kind of like will some arcane energy into them to like say hi, and then with my mind reach out and say, Barathil, Barathos, you have served my family as trusted companions, allies for generations.
I wish to continue this relationship. My work that I'm doing here is very important. The citizens of this region are in dire need of your help as much as mine. I beseech thee, speak to me.
Are you speaking these words out loud to these blades? Or are they within you?
I think
Is this within your mind?
Just within my mind, yeah.
Okay. Roll an insight check.
Could I guide?
I would yes, because you can use the swords. Yes. And you're channeling the guidance through the swords back into yourself.
Cool.
Because it's a touch spell, right?
Yes. Insight. Don't think I have a modifier. But it clinked off the sword that I have laying right here, and I rolled 20 total on the dice. Yeah, 20.
20?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say it specifically because you're using guidance. As you, like, actually pump some arcane energy into this, there is just, like... I told you how whenever you were fighting, you know, back in the halls of black ice, the monstrous form of Verna, how you could feel the blades humming. And I think as you put this guidance into them, you feel not nearly that intensity, but there is a degree of, like, almost like when the way a person starts to stir from sleep, it's just like little twitches, but not like full body movement. And I think rolling that high, you have the thought of, like, there is room in these blades for me to put energy into them, potentially permanently. And I think with that insight check, you have the realization of, like, you could pump spell slots into these and something would happen, but you haven't tried it yet. And you're also about to potentially climb a mountain. So it's a question right now of, do I pump spell slots into these right this moment and see what happens? Or do I stay prepared for the day ahead?
Stay prepared. Elves have a timeless perspective, and the chance to spend spell slots on this will come again.
The sweet little curiosity dances into you, though, and it, like, I don't know, I feel like there's the feeling of, it's that moment of, I just discovered something that's probably going to fully change the way I interact with these things, but I can't do it just yet. So now it's almost just like a giddiness of, like, what would happen? And I'll say, you know, you can, like, practice with this by just, like, putting your guidance into it, and it doesn't feel like it ever gets more than what it was, but it does feel, if at any point it fades, that it sort of comes back on. Does that make sense? Like, using these as this spell component wakes up the blade, and if you just put raw energy into it, something would happen. But yeah, that is what you discover in this time. No connection yet, but you're, like, potential and seeing, like, if me doing this will mean something. So yeah,
Awesome.
that is
Thank
what you come to. Yeah, absolutely, that's what you come to find out. Can each one of you in a row roll me a d20? Tony, you first, and you're muted.
14.
Great. Bryce, will you go?
You said Constitution?
Nope, just a d20.
Oh, 11.
Great. Kevin, will you go?
14.
Okay. Glanduel, will you go?
5.
I'm curious.
Great. So, Glanduel, you spend this time bonding with these swords, continuing to pump some cantrips into them, making this realization after trying to speak to them. And, you know, this you are doing this like over the course of several hours. And at about an hour shy of the whole party waking up, your alarm goes off in your head. And Thistle, you're stirred from sleep.
Ah, what the shit?
Something's
Uh,
outside.
what do y'all do?
Wake everyone up.
Wake everyone! Everybody, get the hell up!
Perfect.
What? Oh, yep.
Forge hand, forge hand, wakey wakey, forge hand.
What's going on? Drea says.
I'm awake.
There's something outside. Our alarms have been triggered.
Oh fuck! Move the door. And I guess
move the door,
none of you all are wearing your gear.
right?
If you have armor, it's not being on because have been sleeping. Although I will say, Glenduel, yes, you could have had time. That makes sense that you would have done that in preparation. Your weapons are nearby. Forgehand, do you just walk over in your pajamas and just open the door?
I will bring my hammer with me, of course. I'll lean it up against the side of the cave, whatever the thing that we're in, and
Classic.
so that it's readily within reach.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just be like, maybe don't open the door yet?
I'm just gonna open it and take a peek.
And as you start to open it, you hear like the sort of frenzied screamings, clucking, chirping,
Uh-oh.
upset sounds from the axe beaks. Is what you hear like the moment it's cracked. Do you keep going?
Yeah, and as I'm opening the door, I'll just call out, something spooky. The axe beaks. Let's go.
Can I grab my shield and my parrying dagger?
Yes. I'll say in the time that Forge Hand has opened this, everyone has had a chance to have like basically a preparation round. Let's take a break, come back in 10 minutes, and see what happens.
Wow.
Looking forward to a fight where I only have 11 AC.
Woo!
Hello.
Morphin time.
We're back.
Roll
It's
for
morphin' time.
initiative.
Initiating.
Initiating initiative.
My
I got a 17.
initiative wasn't asked this time.
Mine was.
17. Jasper. 4chan.
14.
14. 4chan. Glenduil.
7.
Thistle.
19.
Skywatcher.
13.
Can someone, Bryce and Tony, roll me a d20?
Okay. 4.
Okay.
Got a 5.
What is Glenduil's initiative score?
+3.
Okay. And you got a what now, Skywatcher? Tony?
5?
5?
Yeah.
Wow, this is hilarious. Oh well. Okay.
Hilarious. Please share.
Oh, you'll see.
You'll all see.
You'll all see. See? That was the first one. Okay.
Didn't sound good.
Do.
I'm gonna video mute me because I'm gonna be eating some food, but I'm here.
All right, baby. You all. I don't have a map for this, so sorry. We're doing theater of the mind. You all head outside, and no. What happens is you throw the door open, and you see outside as you do so, swooping low onto one of the axe beaks, is a bird with a 10-foot wingspan. Bigger? Yeah, no, no, I guess 15. And upon its head are a massive set of antlers. It bears the face of some sort of demonic deer, and it has massive bird-like talons that it is using to go for one of your all's axe beaks.
I saw these during the caravan, right?
Yes, you did. You recognize them to be Perytons. And you see that there are
These things
two of them out here, and they are going for these burbs. So you all had a round of waking up and then a round of opening the door. I'm going to... There are 4 axe beaks, right? I think that number is correct, because Skywatcher always just turns into an animal.
Yes.
Yep.
Glenduil, you're 1. Forgehand, you're 2. Jasper, you're 3. Thistle, you are 4. 2. So that's Mr. Beaks. 4. That's Thistle's baby. 3. That is Jasper's. And 4. Okay, so axe beaks. Do you all have your axe beaks stats? Stacks beaks?
I
need
do.
to send those. Does everyone have axe beaks stats?
I do.
Stack speaks. Great. So, bestiary. This is what I'm looking Beaks. Reset. Fantastic. Okay. Where are you? The thing I understand you before. There we go. We need this. And we need this. What the fuck is this one? Oh, that's fun. Okay, that's a little something for later. It's a little treat. Okay, so, the Perytons, there's 2 of them you see as this door opens. I'm rolling for attacks that have already happened. There is no preventing these. First attack is against Mr. Beaks. That is a 14 to hit. Does that hit Mr. Beaks?
Barely. Yeah.
Okay. Second attack is against Flash. Does a 12 hit Flash?
Yes.
Okay. And then that is a nat 1 on the first attack against... what is yours called? Crystal? Thistle? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
It was named something.
It was something pretty silly. Albacross.
Yeah.
That sounds
And
great.
then... Glenduil, you ride Gazpacho?
Yeah, gazpacho.
Great. Okay, so, second attack, that is a hit on, that's a 15. On, what the fuck's your bird called? Albacross? His name's so silly. Okay, so, that'll be, oh, 2 attacks I see. Alright, cool. That's another hit on Mr. Beaks. That is a hit on Flash. That is a hit on Albacross. And that is another hit on Albacross. Okay, cool. This is gonna hurt. Alright. That's 6 damage against Mr. Beaks. And then... another 6 damage. So 12 damage on Beaks. That's going to be 9 damage on Flash. And then another 6 damage on Flash. And then that is 9 damage on Albacross. And then the second one missed. Or no, yeah, okay. And then another 4 damage on Albacross. And then 10 damage on Albacross. Are your axe beaks up?
Albatross is down.
I think Mr. Beaks has more health than the rest of them combined. So,
For
yeah.
sure. Albacross and then Flash. So, I think they come down, attack at Mr. Beaks. He's very strong. Oh, you know what? I do need to... Oh, they've got flyby, and you know they're using that. Yeah. Okay. I think that your axe beaks have had turns, and it's a degree of them, like, starting to freak out. But these Perytons are like hovering in the air. And then as you're opening up this door, you see them sweep down. One of them gores into Albacross, the back of its neck, and then lands its talons on it and starts like trying to fly up. And it gets maybe like 10 feet up in the air with your like dying bird. I will be kind and give these creatures like death saves and the ability to be healed. They're not necessarily outright dead. So, Thistle, you're up. You see this very bad situation. As you open this cave door, they're probably 15 feet away from you. There is a Periton lifting up your Axebeak to fly away. The Axebeak looks unconscious in his claws.
No. I will take my newly acquired, what is it? Let me try to get this right. Light crossbow with a +1 bolt and fire at the one carrying my Axebeak away.
Do you want to aim to gain advantage or do something else with your bonus action?
I'll go ahead and aim.
Okay.
Our Axebeaks have gotten a chance to attack at all during this confrontation?
The Peritons have flyby, so no.
Are they taking the dodge action?
But what if...
I would say that would require them kind of being told to do that to some degree. They're kind of just panicking as it's like they are waking up being attacked. They were just like sleeping as this shit happens. I'm going to say on your all's turns, you can command them to do something one way or another, or like we can, you know, if an enemy is close enough to be attacked type thing, they'll go for it. What were you saying, Kevin?
No, I was just saying they... Would they need us to tell them to hold an attack for when they swoop by? Could they just...
Yeah, I mean, I think that they are...
Okay.
They're
But you
just
said they were
beasts.
waking up, so that's fine.
Yeah, they're like waking up for sure. And flash. So yeah, Thistle. What do you wanna do? You're firing.
Firing.
Are you doing
The
anything
laser?
special to try and get a advantage situation for sneak attack?
I already had advantage, so
How? What?
I thought you said I had advantage.
Oh no. That would be if you use your bonus action to aim.
To aim, yeah, aim.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So you won't be moving this turn. You're purely just like planting your feet, aiming up, and firing. Absolutely, go for it. Roll an attack. You have advantage.
Okay, that's 21. I rolled.
Excellent. That will hit. Roll an attack, and you have a sneak attack on it. Or roll damage. I mean.
$18.
Yeah, you strike this Peridot hard in the chest, and it lets out this like freakish cry. I'm gonna roll a check to see if it will drop its query. Don't query. All right, here we go. Yeah, you see that as you hit it really hard, it full on just drops this axe beak and it lands on the ground. Alba, as it, I think, roll a dex save for me with disadvantage. He's not falling very far.
I rolled a 20 and a 17, so that's a dirty 20.
Cool. It does not take a death saving throw fail just by hitting the ground just now, because it's not very far of a fall. That was your... You can't move because you took aim. Aim, action. Do you want to communicate or interact with anything on your turn?
Nope.
Jasper, what are you doing, bud?
Is it my action to drop my shield and get out my longbow?
I would say that would be like your interaction.
Okay. Then I will do that.
You're dropping it on the ground. It will take a
Just-
full action to pick that shield back up if you wanted to do that, just so it's
Yeah.
said.
Okay.
And I would say since you grabbed your parrying knife, you're basically just like putting both of those down and grabbing your bow.
Okay.
Cool. Perfect. This happens.
Grabbing longbow, shooting the Harrington that I saw just get shot.
Okay,
Aim.
cool. Aim action.
Shoot.
Giving yourself
Yes.
advantage. Go for it.
17, 23.
That hits.
Okay. 10 and 26. Wow. 24.
24 damage?
Yes, I got a 9 and 2 5s.
Damn. Okay. You see as this door is thrown open, Albacross being flown away with. Thistle just immediately drops to a knee, aims and fires. You have your sword and shield. You're like, nope, this isn't it. Drop it, reach over, bow, arrow, ready, take aim. And whereas Thistle hits center mass, you just go slightly higher, shoot your arrow right through this thing's head. It falls to the ground, dead into a chair.
Sick.
Do you give any commands to Flash?
Yes, I will tell Flash. Now that, well,
It's
I'll
a
just tell Flash to
beast.
dodge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So like a get clear or be careful.
Yeah.
Roll an animal handling check.
Call
Okay.
him into the cave, maybe?
Well, I was going to, but I don't think nobody left really, so there wasn't enough room
It's
to begin
pretty
with.
tight in here.
Animal handling. I got a 10.
Yeah, I think that Flash sort of is able to take that dodge action. Fantastic. Forehand, you are up. Or I guess Jasper, is there anything else you want to do with your turn? Communication, interaction, or you've used interaction, bonus action, can't move.
No,
Turnover.
that is all.
Turnover. Forehand, you're up.
So where is the other Fairyton now?
There's another one, and it's like 30 feet up in the air.
Alright. I'm gonna run back to my pack and retrieve my great bow. And then run back to
Hey.
the doorway.
Were both of Thistle, your crossbow is magical, right? That's the one that you just purchased?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's a +1 magical one. Yep.
Jasper, is your bow magical?
Yes, it's my +1 battle hammer longbow.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, what were you saying, Kevin?
I'm running back inside to pick up my great bow.
Oh,
And
cool.
then, which hasn't seen
Like-
any action at all.
It's a bow day.
Well, hammer's not particularly useful here. And I will run back to the doorway and I will take a shot
Fantastic.
at the other one.
Go for it. Take your shot.
Well, fuck that. I got a 10.
The arrow goes wide.
I'll
Do
try
you
again.
want to action surge?
I will action search. I want to hit
Alright.
it. Oh, great. I got a 12.
You said it yourself. You haven't used this thing in a while, and you literally just woke up. It's like you woke up, panicked, opened a door, turned around, grabbed your bow, and just immediately started firing, and you're just not ready for it.
Love
both of your
rolling a
arrows.
4 and a 6. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's rough stuff.
Great
That
target.
was your a little bit. You probably have like 10 more feet of movement. You still have a bonus action, and you still have communication or interaction if you want to say or do anything with Mr. Beaks.
I'll try to tell Mr. Beaks to get ready to attack it if it comes back. But then I want to move.
Attack if it gets close.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to move as close as I can to Albacross because that's probably going to be the next target since that's what can be food currently.
Okay. Are you using your bonus action for anything?
I am not. No.
Okay. Cool. I love it. End of turn. Oh, roll me an animal handling check for Mr. Beaks.
Oh, there's a number. 22.
Fantastic. You see that Mr. Beaks kind of like shimmies, shakes, gets ready, looks up, and there's like a spring that's ready to be activated almost. End of turn.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, Skywatcher. You have all of your spells, all of your wild shapes. This door's been thrown open. You're not wearing armor. Your staff and such are nearby. I assume that you probably grabbed them.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that.
You've
I'm
got
gonna
your
grab my staff at
things
least.
on hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab all my shit.
You grab your two weapons, the staff and the sickle.
Yeah. And I am going to so are they both airborne right now, or is just one of
One's dead, the other is airborne.
Yeah. So the dead one is not airborne, you're saying?
Right, it's on the ground dead.
Okay. Yeah, I am going to.
We would have other problems if it was dead and still airborne.
Yeah,
that would be
I mean,
interesting.
there are things that can be dead and airborne, but
I'm
this
gonna
ain't one of them.
I'm gonna cast Earthbind.
Ooh, popping out a second level spell.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, gonna waste it.
Tell me about that. Is it
I'm probably gonna be a
dexterity
wolf later
saving throw?
I think it's strength.
Look where your head's at. Strength saving throw?
It is. I probably should have known that. Wait, is there a target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or yep.
And your DC, if I recall correctly, is a number that's definitely written somewhere nearby.
15.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's 15.
How do you all know Skywatcher's DC? It's
I
actually
think it's
16.
Because he's got 5 wisdom and we're level 4. So.
16, baby. He's got a cool weapon.
I was thinking
he's
because
got a
it was the
bonus
same
to it.
as Beaver's, but lower.
I forgot you had the
weapons.
bonus to it.
Yes. Okay, so this being the case, it's from the sickle, and yeah, I think the sickle gives a +1. Yes, otherwise it would be 15. So, cool. Here we go. Strength saving. I'm just gonna do it digital dice so you all can see. For the drama, you want this to be a 12 or lower. That's a 10. You see these, these bands of crackling, radiant moonlit energy fly out from Skywatcher, anchoring themselves in the ground, wrapping around this creature. And tell me about the spell Earthbind.
So it will yellow strips of magical energy, which I guess you were just talking about. Anyway, it will reduce the flying speed to 0 for the spell's duration. The airborne creature descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground or the spell ends. It's also
Does it descend right away?
I mean, it doesn't say that it doesn't descend right away. I don't know. An airborne creature affected by the spell descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground or the spell ends.
Safely descends. So
What?
this is
Safely?
yeah. This isn't. It's not taking fall damage or anything, but it also can't fly anymore.
Yeah, so I guess the Earthbind spell doesn't cause the target to fall. Yeah, so it'll be like on its turn, it will instantly move to the ground. Kind of like a feather fall vibe.
Okay.
Can you all hear the music that I'm playing?
Yeah.
But not through my microphone?
I believe so.
Great. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, you successfully cast this spell as this creature fails to resist it. And you see that in just a moment. Is that the end of your turn? Do you do anything with your bonus action? Or any movement?
I want to pass that. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, no, I want to pass it off to Goody.
Goody?
Concentration spell. Yeah, I don't want
Use your
to. I don't want to
reaction and
concentrate
move
on
it to
it.
Goody. You got it.
But outside of that, I suppose if it does not descend immediately, then I am not going to do anything else.
Nothing else. End of turn.
Yes. End of turn.
On the next turn in initiative, is Glenduil and Drea. You see that this bird is starting to fight and slowly being pulled down flavorly. Mechanically, it is still 20 feet up in the air. Is that what I said? 20? 30? I think I said 20.
You said 30 when it was my turn.
30. It is 30 feet up in the air.
I will huck Owl Azuzu off my shoulder and say, Azuzu, a distraction! And then get safe. So that he uses his flyby and doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. And then I will step forward a little bit, doing a cool spin move and drawing both my blades. And I will say, Blue Tiger style, blazing arrow. And pretend that one sword is a bow and the other one is an arrow, and I will pull it back and it shoots off a firebolt.
Love the flavor.
Thank you. That is a 25.
That will hit.
What's that like?
It's only 1d10. Let's use this one because it's red. 6 points of fire damage.
Incredible. Every bit counts. Bonus action, movement, interaction, communication.
I'll call out to Gaspacho and say, Gaspacho, keep yourself safe.
Roll a animal handling check.
Oh boy. Ooh. I'm gonna probably say nope on that with a 4. 4.
4. You and Gaspacho haven't bonded very much. Your bird, it's just kind of like frozen in fear, honestly.
That's someone else's bird.
Yeah, absolutely. This was Beery's.
Mhm.
You see, I think, Drea does what they do. They draw their bow and say, I just really wanted to keep sleeping for give me just like an hour. And we'll fire off 2 shots. One is a natural 20, and the other is a hit. Wow.
What's that like?
They're too sleepy to remember to do their hunter's mark. Sorry. And so it'll be... Oh, geez. Okay.
might not be the optimal time to use Hunter's Mark anyway.
For sure.
Just have stuff for later in the day.
13 plus 13 is 26, plus 10 is 36, plus 5 is 44, plus... No,
Plus
wait.
5 is
30
41.
There we go. Plus 7 is 48. However, Drea's bow is not magical in the damage that it does. And this creature takes 24 points of damage and is still up.
You not get a coupon from the dwarves? Or did they not get a coupon?
They got a scimitar.
Ah.
They didn't have a magical sword. Their bow makes them more accurate, but it does not do any extra damage. End of Drea's turn. Goody is up. Goody will quickly skitter across the ground on their little legs and go over... No, hold on. Yes? No, yes. Nope, no skittering. Goody goes to the edge of the cave and says, Albatross, wake up! And a little healing word floats across through the air. And this bird gets back. The Beery's staff, the healing staff. That does
+2.
+2. Albatross gets 7 HP.
Wow.
And comes to consciousness. Thistle. And
Excellent.
as their action, Goody at the edge of this cave says, "Get down fast." Oh, actually, I am incorrect. Before Goody's turn, it is the Perryton's turn. It is forcefully bound to the ground. Once it's on the ground, it just can't fly, but it could physically move. Is that correct?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can walk.
It simply can't fly. Once it gets to the ground, I think it will... Did you head outside, Skywatcher or Forgehand?
I did. I was
Is
trying to
anyone
get
You're outside of the cave?
as close to Albatross as I could.
Cool. I think it will go up to you and try to attack you while on the ground. And it tries to gore at you. Just kind of flipping out. It sounds horrifying. That's a 15 to hit. I think that will hit right now.
Yeah.
And that is a 17 to hit. That will hit right now. The first damage is 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the second damage is this plus that is 9 piercing damage.
I will Stone's Endurance that one.
Shrug that one off. Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Motherfucker, I rolled a 1. So
That sucks.
I'll take only 4 instead.
Okay. You take 4 instead. That is, however, that Perryton's turn.
I
And
retire
then
from rolling dice.
Then Goody wakes up Albatross. Thistle, it's back to you. You see that this Perryton is grounded and is like fucking up Forgehand, who is just out here in his goddamn pajamas.
I will take aim at the one with Forgehand. Take aim to get advantage. And fire. Okay. 17.
Well, it's next to me, so you have advantage anyway. If you want to move, you can.
You do have advantage anyway if you don't want to aim.
Or no, sorry.
No,
Okay,
I'm sorry. That's
and we get
right.
you advantage, but you don't need it for. You don't need advantage for sneak attack.
If your ally is nearby. However, if you do just want to have advantage on the attack, you can aim again.
Yep.
Do you aim? Did you aim? Is that what happened?
I did aim, and I'll just keep the roll. I'll
Fantastic. Roll your damage.
Aim. 18 again.
Fantastic. As you saw the other of these two birds, nearly kill Albacross and fly away, your allies rose to the cause. Jasper finished off one. Your other allies have attacked and pulled to the ground the other. Taking this opportunity, you aim once again. Aim right for this thing's head. Fire right between its eyes. Arrow goes through, and the Perryton drops to the ground dead. And you see Albacross is like stirring from the magic that Goody just sort of poured into him.
Hang in there, buddy.
And with that, nothing else is directly affecting you. And you just have now the cold blowing winds and the feeling of, I would like to just sleep a little longer. I think mechanically everyone is rested, but it is the fact of like, do you all just start the day now, or do you want to rest a little longer? And then Jasper, Bryce, what were you saying?
Is there anything, like, from my ranger training, is there anything extractable from Perrytons?
Roll a survival check.
I will cast guidance on myself.
I think we should finish resting while our axe beaks eat breakfast.
I don't know anything.
Which delivered itself conveniently.
Yeah. As you say that, there is the sense as these like axe beaks all kind of like walk up to the dead bodies, and maybe Mr. Beaks first among them just like chops down and cuts the whole thing's head off. And I think, Jasper, in that moment, you're like, if there is something valuable, probably not gonna be able to grab it. If you wanted a trophy, the horns that are on its head, or you could just grab its whole head right now, is there. But otherwise, you see as these axe beaks all surround it and start devouring it, following Mr. Beaks' lead.
Nope.
Cool. Yeah, you all watch as these massive, and I guess for those at home and for those that don't know, let me actually just show you what a Perryton looks like. I'm sorry I didn't do it sooner.
I'm gonna use second wind to
what do you all do?
Heal 9 points.
Jasper's gonna go way back down.
And this is why I would like to finish resting, so that we can maybe finish count this as like another short rest in here to get my stuff back that I just spent.
Absolutely.
Is there a
handout? Perryton, show to players. This is what it looks like. Does everyone see?
Yeah.
I see it.
Zoom in on that little weirdo. If you want.
Is there a blizzard going right now?
Roll a d20 for me, baby.
If you just didn't say anything, you wouldn't have asked.
A 5.
There's not a blizzard going right now.
I will reset the alarm.
You took the time resetting the alarm around and it's like as you're out there, you just watch these axe beaks just destroy these dead Perrytons, ripping them to pieces, kind of like popping. Everyone's trying to look around. There's just like bits of meat, just like kind of like hanging out of their mouth. And the alarm is reset. Do you all head back in and close the door?
Yes.
I do.
Perfect. Thumbs up from everybody else into it. Great. You all head back inside. It is that moment of just like laying back down, and you're like, I want to go to bed. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try. And you all, up to you how successfully this like last little hour of rest is after that little adrenaline burst. But, shortly thereafter, about an hour or so later, it's just kind of like that moment of like, I have to start the day, or else I'm just going to be herkle-dirkling in here all day.
Jasper will take his pill.
I have to get my armor on now. Can't have any more of that bullshit.
Yeah, do you need me healing?
No, I was able to shake it off. I'm good. Just if I get a berry for breakfast, then I'll be topped off.
Drea does say, as you all start to stir and wake up, I don't think the axe beaks will be super great for climbing a mountain. There's probably going to be times where we're like full on climbing. With
absolutely.
none of us in here, we could probably fit all them in here without us. If you all want to do that and then walk back over to the base camp. Thoughts?
I think that makes the most sense.
How long can they live in here?
What do you mean?
Like, how long are we going to be away from our axe beaks?
I don't know. However
Sure.
long it takes us to go up and climb back down this mountain. Hopefully not long.
Have you ever climbed it before?
I have gotten to lower parts, and then I was like, I'm doing this by myself. It's just me and my cat. Probably not super great if I were to fall and break something, or kind of like curiosity was there, but caution won out, and I didn't climb all the way up to the top. I have heard that it's a pretty great view. Jasper, it came to me, I could not remember it. Zarak Sunshadow. That is the guy I think you're going to want to talk to.
Oh. All right. Do you... So
it's one of those, I don't know if you ever do the thing where you can't remember a name and you're like, A, and you're like working through names. B, it took me this entire time because the name starts with a Z. So literally the last letter, I was like, there it is, fucking Zarak. Yeah, Zarak is the type of ranger it sounds like you might be interested in. I'm not sure if you've ever seen like Tabaxi, sort of like a feline person.
I'm familiar.
That's the vibe, for sure. Last I heard, East Haven, but no idea how recently that has been.
So I guess spooky rangers like that, is that anything like rogue stuff? Like if I go ask them about them, are people gonna get upset, or like am I gonna get in trouble?
I'm not sure. Of what I heard, Zarak isn't really a criminal type.
Okay.
More along my lines.
Cool.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to help. Sorry it took so long. Goody passes out berries if they are wanted. The 5 dogs that are here are kind of yelping a little bit and confused and also seem to want berries, and Goody's like, should I feed them berries?
Yeah, it saves us rations.
Alright.
Definitely.
And Goody provides some of their super powerful healing berries, and these dogs all eat it. And Drea's like, do you want to leave the dogs in here with the birds? Or what? Or were you going to get them to do something? Is that what I recall? Drea says.
Oh, are we gonna take them with us?
Well, if they can't climb,
Oh yeah,
it's gonna
right.
be
That's
hard.
a good point. They,
But-
yeah.
they could maybe get us a certain, amount of the way. Like if they can
Oh, I didn't-
smell them.
I didn't even mean to take like the sled or anything. Just to. Is that what you're talking? Okay, never mind.
Well, no, I just if they can smell their people, they know what they smell like.
them-
They can help find it. I have those granola bars. I could, and then track them.
I mean, one of them already got free and made it safely back to town, so it seems like they should be able to find their way back to town if we just
Let them go.
let them loose.
These
Safety
are like
numbers.
husky-ish dogs, like meta-wise, stat-wise. These are like wolves. So like there is a degree of like the reason they were here and nowhere else is literally because they were tied down. But like they have been surviving for like 2 weeks, nearly starving, mind you, for nearly 10 days, just being outside as dogs.
Cool.
So it's said.
Well, yeah, we can just head up the mountain and let them go. I'm afraid if we leave them here with the axe beaks will eat them, or the other way around.
Yeah, for sure. They're not likely to get along once the good berries and the Perrytons run out.
Yeah. So, Skywatcher, you want to let them go? You want to tell them to skedaddle?
Yeah, I guess I'll let him know.
I'll cast speak with animals and
Like, all right, now.
Oh, that was good berries. Those were good.
I'm glad
What
you
were
liked them.
those? Do you have any
Those
more of those?
Could
I get some
yeah.
more? Could we all get more of that?
I think
Yeah, do you have
I think
any
so.
more?
Hey, Goody, hey, give him some good
Yeah?
berries. Give him
want
good berries.
More?
Yeah, just give
Okay.
him some good berries. Give it to him.
Goody hands over another 5 healing good berries. Goody's down to 5 good berries. There you go. And they all eat them. They're like, wow, that was good. Wow, what was that? Do you have any more of that? Could we
Yeah,
get
it's called a-
another? Could we get
it's called a
more of
good berry.
those?
Do you want more? Hey, Goody,
Could we
Is
have
that all
another?
is that all you got?
I got 5 more. If you
Got
want
five.
me to use them.
They really want these
No,
good
no,
berries.
no,
No,
They
no.
no. Skywatcher, that's enough for them.
They really want some though.
they're gonna poop like crazy soon.
All
They
right,
might
fine.
throw up later. Who knows?
They're dogs. They're going to, they're.
So
gonna
we're not
offer
getting any
one
more?
I think that's about all. That's about all we got there, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right.
is all the meat still out there from the the dead animals?
I would say if you want to open up the door and take a look, there might be some bones and stuff. Do you want to just have them do a swapperoo? The birds come in, the dogs go out.
I think that was the plan.
Oh, was the birds were going to come in? I didn't know that was part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Cool.
all go on out here. You
Yeah,
might be
we're-
able to get a little bit more to eat on the.
We're stashing the birds
Oh,
here and letting them just
yum.
go.
Dogs do be liking bones.
Love those things. Love some bones. Haven't had any in a while.
Yeah, you all know how to get home from here. You know where you're going. You know what to do.
They all just start smelling around in the air. I smell. I mean, they all just kind of smell around. I guess I need to roll a deception check for this wolf. Roll. The dog's like, yeah, I think I smell something that is probably pretty good.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. Guess that'll work.
Yeah. What are you all doing?
We're gonna go up to the mountain.
Okay. We're gonna eat these bones. These are our bones now.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Don't touch them.
No, wasn't going to.
Okay, good. All the dogs go out there and just start gnawing on the bones, just kind of like slightly growling, and it's just like, these are mine. These are mine.
All at the same time, they growl at Skywatchers.
Yeah. You smell like us a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's it's a whole thing. It'd be a lot to explain, I think, at this point, but
All right. Well, thanks for the bones. They are ours, though.
yes, that's right. They are yours. Yeah.
Don't forget it, Skywatcher.
As you all are opening this door, I guess everyone give me animal handling checks to kind of like usher your birds in there. Skywatcher, I don't know that you've necessarily spoken to any of these birds, but you still have to speak with animals up. If you would like to assist, you could give everyone the help action.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
Everyone roll animal handling checks with advantage.
13.
I already had advantage on animal handling.
8 with advantage. 8.
I got a 21.
7.
Okay. Mr. Beaks and Flash take to it. Gazpacho and
Could there be a thing where Mr. Beaks helps encourage the other ones who look like they're not cooperating?
I think Mr. Beaks goes in and kind of like settles in and like turns around and looks, and Flash does the same. These two are kind of freaking out a little bit, and I guess what you see is like they took I guess Gazpacho didn't take any damage, but Albacross is still looking a little fucked up, and Gazpacho seems to be kind of like just reading into that energy a little bit. And I would say with like some healing, some resource expended to like make this bird feel better, they'll go inside, whether it be like a potion or a healing spell. Either way, and Goody offers to potentially do this if you all want.
Maybe we could use a good berry?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, just like make a trail of them.
Yeah.
Cool. You all lay out a trail of good berries, and Goody's down to 0. And all of the birds go inside, and you all close the door on them. I guess, unless, do you say anything to the birds before you go? Skywatcher being able to actually talk to them?
No.
Nope. Okay, fantastic. As it's closing, you do hear like, "Hey, what's going on out there?" Oh, all right, and then the door is just closed.
All right.
That was
Hey,
Mr. Beaks.
After we get outside, I'll be like, "Hey, by the way, your all's birds don't know what's going on in there. I don't know if you should probably I don't know. They're probably scared."
Yeah. I wonder who do that.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Who could possibly, out of the 6 of us?
Who
Do you
could
wanna
help
poke
with
your
that?
head in?
Well, they're not my birds, They're just, it didn't feel like my responsibility to.
Who could do that?
I can tell.
I
You want me to
wonder.
tell? I can talk to them if you want.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Mr. Beaks doesn't eat the other ones, but
It might be worth saying something.
like, hey, we'll be
Oh.
back.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll let them know real quick.
Move the rock
I guess
over.
Yeah, I guess.
Pop your face in.
Yep.
What do you say?
Hey, we're just gonna go.
What's that?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey there, Mr. Beaks.
Hey, what's
we-
going on?
Hey,
It's
we're
really
gonna
dark in
go.
here.
Yeah. So we don't want you to get eaten by the wolves, or get attacked by more of those birds that almost killed you all. So we're just gonna leave you in here
I
while
was
we
fine.
go and do a thing. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you always are.
That one almost died.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't see you protecting them, did I? So.
I was about to.
Well, sure. You know what? That's
I
not
just
really the
woke
point
up,
here.
mate.
I'm just letting you know that we're gonna dip for a little bit, and what?
Can I eat them if I get hungry?
Who? No. Not no. Nope. I mean,
Roll
no.
an animal handling check with advantage.
All right. That's gonna pass, I'm sure. 21.
Fantastic. You say no. All right, we'll need them. You'll be back in time. You'll be back.
Yep. Yeah.
Soon?
Of course.
All right. We're gonna
We'll
wait
be
here.
back.
It says to the other birds, and they all kind of like. All right.
Righto.
Fine clothes
then. Yep. Uh-huh.
We're gonna fuck. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye.
All right.
Alright.
The door's
Can
closed.
I leave a... Can I leave it open just a crack so that there's a hint of light and also some air circulation, but not...
I will say, what with the fire that went last night, there is some sort of like little tunnel up there that like there is this. The air in here isn't necessarily being like constantly trapped, or you all would have suffocated last night. If you want to do it for a little bit of light, you can. It definitely sort of reveals the space a little bit, but yes, that could be done.
Yeah, but not
Although I
so
guess, how long
much.
does alarm alarm last?
I think until it's broken.
I think it's 8 hours.
Alarm.
Maybe I've just
Let's
never.
find out.
Yeah, it's 8 hours. I've
Okay,
just never
cool.
hit that
Well,
time length.
it's good for like another 6.5 hours or so at this point.
Sweet.
Go out. They eat the bones.
Worry not,
Actions.
Forehand. I shall provide them with light. And I'll use prestidigitation to just make one of the pitons on the inside of the door light up.
Yep.
Knowing full well that that'll go away pretty soon.
Within 60 seconds or so.
Right, close the door now.
Alarm for... Great. Okay, cool. You all step outside. It's like probably like 9:30 a.m. or so. You can tell that what little sunlight there is going to be today will soon be upon you. Dre is like, everyone get your snowshoes on. We're crunching and crunching. And by everyone, I mean you all. I will be riding Tilda.
Does Tilda have snowshoes?
Tilda is a lynx. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a lynx's foot.
Their paws
But-
are snowshoes.
They got built-in snowshoes, baby. They have such big feet. It's wild. Here, I will show you. I will send them to it. It looks cartoonish.
You know what big feet mean, don't you?
You're able to
No shoes.
stay on the surface of the snow. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yep.
Snowshoes. Those are some lynx feet. Look at that silly little guy. Lynx feet. So, off
Like-
you go.
Cat clown shoes.
Yes, very County. Cat Clowny? Wow, that doesn't sound right, but it's the correct thing to say.
Words am hard.
Words am hard. Wow, look at this comparison of a lynx to a bobcat. Cheesy Pete's, what a diff.
Wow.
Honestly, it feels like the feet that furries base their costume off of.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, everyone gets ready, goggles on, bundled up, snowshoes attached, armored, armed, and you all begin your little hike from here back to the base camp. And someone roll me a d20. We just, I'm going to say, Tony, roll a d20.
Okay. 2.
Okay.
Great start.
Are you sticking with that, do you think?
Yes.
All right.
Cool.
Got one. Only got 1 point of inspiration. I guess I don't have. We're probably not going to be playing for too much longer. Maybe I shouldn't stick with it. I'll re-roll it. Whatever.
Thank you.
Cool.
I got a 9 that time.
Fantastic. You all do a little hike around the base, and at about 10:30 or so, as the sun is rising for the day, they leave 10:30 a.m. arrive at base camp. And as you get there, you see these tents, and you all are now looking up at Kelvin's cairn in the light of day. And what that experience looks like for you is... Where are you? This. Do you all see a map of Kelvin's cairn?
No, I see blackness.
Yeah.
You might
Full
need to
black
give us
rectangle.
Full black rectangle?
Mhm.
A blectangle, if you will. Alright,
I won't.
maybe I should give you vision. Bwom. Is that anything?
Whoa,
Mhm.
yeah.
Tight.
There
It's
is
meant to be cut off
a
here.
a blacked out portion, like a
There
text,
is a
text
blacked
box or
out
something.
portion.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. You
This is
all are right here looking up at a massive mountain. You see the snow-covered peaks, the many rocks and crags and paths and ways, and Drea says, "All right, this is it. We're climbing a mountain. Is everyone ready?"
Ready.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Do you all want to try and do a link thing with ropes, or do we just want to try and just start simple?
Fortune,
Well-
I'm holding on to you again.
I mean,
Come
you
here,
could just
come here, and I just grab Fortune's hand.
you can just fly though, right?
Oh, I can, but you know. And I just hold his hand like a kid at the mall.
He just keeps slapping it away. You just keep grabbing for it.
I am gonna need both hands to climb. So.
I am not very strong. So we might need to take that into account.
I'm not either.
I have 2 lengths of rope on me
Right?
and climbing supplies.
Do we see any climbing gear left behind from the other group? Any ropes or pitons that they had set up for their own trek up the mountain?
The wind and weather has obliterated any tracks that may have once been here, or any sort of gear. If it is here, it is covered by layers of snow and ice. But you do discern, I would say, the most likely path up, and it's kind of like very close to the base camp. You can see where there's like, this is an obvious like place to start making this hike upwards. Otherwise, it's a lot of sheer walls. Yeah, you got it. But yes,
All right,
nothing so directly seen.
Then I I will go first to try to get anchors set and get the rope started. We probably need to combine all of our ropes.
Right now, where you're starting, it is not the most treacherous.
Okay.
It would just be a situation where you might want to have your hands available. It's like you're walking up a steep, icy place, not necessarily like the beating in pitons yet.
Okay.
Pitons?
Well.
Pitons.
If worse comes to worse, I pull out a little feather. I do have Featherfall prepared for the day.
Okay.
What is that?
If one or if the case that we are all tied together, many of us should fall, I can arrest our momentum so that the fall will not damage us.
Okay. Very cool.
If falling's gonna make us all fall together, or if tying us together is gonna make us all fall, then maybe we shouldn't be tied together.
There's some sense in that.
I had that thought, but then I thought, if one does fall, or all of us are falling and we're all tied together, my spell can only target 5 individuals, so I would not be able to target all of us. And if we're tied together, those individuals who are slowed, the tension in the rope would slow the rest.
And I can also fly up to wherever we want to reach and anchor in a rope.
Yeah, again, there's only 5 of us to hit with that.
Tilda?
So, are we doing ropes like together, or do some of you all want to do that, or what's
Does
the
somebody
thought? We
have
should probably
my,
get that going.
I can.
What are you looking for, Skywatcher?
Does anybody have my?
I guess this is kind of a question for you all. Did I give somebody my wrist-mounted grappling hook?
You have it.
Okay, because I can't use it, so. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up, I guess.
Hey, somebody could use this this grappling hook to go up the mountain, but I'm too big for it. So.
Huh. What is it? How does it help again?
It can make you move up.
Okay.
I need to find that. I have it not printed.
Do you need me to get that card?
But it's a nah. Sorry, I've never used it, so I kind of forgot that I had it till just now. Maybe it's in the if I can find the
wrist-mounted grappling hook.
I bet it's here.
Hold on, just making a slight little modification.
Oh, actually, I saved it. I have it.
You do have it. Okay, I thought.
Yes.
Wait,
I have
you
the
have
card.
it.
I
Oh,
don't
okay.
I don't have the item, but I saved the card.
I thought I
'cause
had given it to somebody because
I have the
can't use
picture of it saved as wrist-mounted grappling hook. Skywatcher has this.
I see. That does make it sound like I probably have it then.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you know that this specifically could help one person.
Yeah, I mean, I know that what I know it does is it pulls them.
It's like
it
a
can
hook
pull you
shot.
up. Yeah, I mean it's a but I can't find it in.
It's in the WhatsApp now.
I just ended in the WhatsApp.
Oh! I was looking at. I see. Cool. I was trying to find it.
Well, I could probably carry
Rodolfo's
Goody
thing.
up, unless
Yes, please.
yeah.
Also,
Hey.
Or I could. What?
what? Well, I'm just. I guess I'll have to turn it into something. I'm not very good at climbing. with the, you know.
Jasper, it seems that grappling hook might be best used in your hands, given your proficiency for, tools that require intricate work.
Cool.
Yes.
It feels weird me getting all this stuff from you guys, but
That
I'll
we
give it
care
back.
about you.
Here you go, Jasper. You can have it. I don't want it.
I just got a spell book. I'm doing great.
Well, sure. Yeah, I'll use it.
This is the most people I've ever had in my hidey hole. That was pretty nice for me personally.
It's a nice place.
Hey, yo.
Thanks for
Is that what they're calling it now?
Drea just starts nodding. Thanks for coming in my hole. God damn it.
Anytime. It was quite cozy.
So are we gonna go straight up? I know it doesn't look
No.
hard here, but
I don't think we can go straight up. Straight up, tell me, do you really want to love me forever? This mountain in total looks to you to be like 1,000 or more feet tall,
okay.
and the path to start, while steep, will not necessarily have you all climbing just yet. And Drea says, do you all want me to lead this effort, or does someone else want to take a go at it?
Well, I have an idea. I'm gonna eat this here granola bar that I got from Beery, and it'll help me track with my nose. And if you want to use this Bash's spyglass, then you could use that and take a look around, and I could sniff things out. We could combine our abilities.
Yeah, sure. I'll take your spyglass.
Cool. I will
Get to
-1 Mary Berry granola bar.
Cool.
When,
You
when,
take the
when we get to any
granola.
climbing sections, I'll jump in front.
What's your all's walking order? You do kind of have to be like one behind the other on this. Drea, I think, is taking the lead unless someone wants to go in front of Drea.
I will
think
go
it
second.
makes sense for Drea to lead so that the spyglass is unobstructed, but
Sounds good.
Who's going behind Drea?
Me.
Okay. Who's going behind Forge Hand?
I will smell behind Forge Hand.
Okay. Who's going behind Jasper?
I'll go behind Jasper.
Okay. Do you want to be flying this whole time, or do you?
If I
want
can,
to
actually,
be
yeah,
on the
that'd
ground?
be ideal. So
Uh,
count me out of the
as
way.
you're starting, actually, I guess I do need another d20 roll. Can actually, Corey, you roll it for me.
16.
Great, yeah. For the time being, you can fly. Obviously, you're not going to be able to like grab anyone if they start to fall or any of that because you're shrimpy. Maybe Drea, but you'll be able to kind of like, hopefully take care of yourself.
You could catch the plants.
Do you want to be above your allies?
Yeah, if I could fly above and like look ahead. that'd be
So do you want to
perfect.
be like up around where Drea is type vibe?
Yep.
Okay. Up. Thistle. Who is behind Jasper then? Is that Glanduil?
Yeah. Skywatcher, you keep an eye on our rear.
That's right, I will.
Giggity.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
turn into
The
anything?
royal.
I guess I should, because I'm not going to be able to climb very well as a centaur.
Do you want
my
me to hit
go-to-
everybody with the spores?
Yeah, it's probably good. I think
I mean, I genuinely am not sure what I should turn into. That would.
Goat.
Your
Roll
spider's
a-
good at climbing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could just ride along with somebody else.
Or if you just turned into a mouse and rode in my backpack.
Roll a survival check, if you would like. And I'd say you have advantage because you are a druid.
All right. I got an 18 plus my survival, which is 7, so 25.
Fantastic. You... Wait, what's happening here? What's happening? 1 second. No. Don't do this to me. Looking for this. Looking for this. Looking for that. Why? Why is this what's coming up? Hold on. Something's happening. Filter. What? Okay. What'd you get on your check?
25.
5.
Jesus. Okay. You think that a brown bear could climb a mountain? A black bear could climb a mountain? A giant spider, which is something you have turned into in the past, will have a climbing speed and could probably climb this mountain. A ice spider, which is something you've heard about but never seen, could probably do that too.
Can I turn
And
into something
then-
I've never?
No, you need to see it at least
Okay,
once.
that's what I thought. I'll just turn into
Mountain goat or a panther or a lynx, like what Drea is riding on. Any of those creatures you think would be somewhat capable forms in this situation.
What's a lynx? Or what is a lynx? Do they have good feet?
That's
We just-
what I was literally looking at the pictures of.
I'm
Are
just-
you joking?
I'm
You're
just
joking on
kidding.
me.
Yeah, that was a joke.
You're like, show me
Yeah.
what those feet look like. I was like, is this? Am I talking?
No, what
to
I was
anybody
actually trying to, I was trying to find a
Oh,
lynx
you
stat
got me.
block. Stat block.
You
Because
got me.
yeah,
There isn't one. I can send.
Oh,
I
okay.
like modified a panther stat block. I can send it to you if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a lynx because I want to be a lynx right now. So I guess whatever those stats are is what I'm going with.
You're just gonna be
Yes.
Tilda.
That's right.
Yeah.
More attractive version. Of course.
Well, okay. Let's not.
You know, I'm just saying.
about that.
I got the cool white and blue
Yes. Okay.
pattern going on.
Yes. You look like a uniquely Skywatcher. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna send
Yes.
you the stats directly. It's on WhatsApp.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm a lynx.
You're a lynx. Actually, God, it wouldn't be this because you are not a. Hold on, let me modify something.
Okay.
It wouldn't be. Use your brain. Okay.
I'm trying.
I think this would be plus. Okay, plus 8. And that would be plus 6. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's the case. Cool. So it's going to be this instead. And yeah, sorry.
No
Because
problem.
Tilda is magically linked to Drea, their stats are better as a result. They share
Makes
their
sense.
proficiency bonus. They can add their proficiency bonus to their damage, things like that.
Proficient
yeah.
in AC.
100%. Oh, yeah. So I think your AC would actually be 13. Not
Damn.
16. Yep, sorry.
It's okay. I'll be whatever it is. That's fine.
Cool. Perfect. Let me cross this out here. 13. That looks like that just made it worse. I put the fires out. You made them worse. Worse or better. Alright. Hopefully you can read this as a 13. I know it's freakish looking. Woo! Thank you all for your patience here.
Looks really good, I think.
We got it together.
Sorry, I should have done something that had a stat block.
That's quite all right. I mean, I gave it to you. I said Tilda was right in front of you. You begin to climb the mountain. In the lead are Drea and Tilda with Thistle above. Forge Hand. Then Jasper. Then Glanduil. Skywatcher as a Lynx in the back. Who has Goody?
Thistle said that he was carrying Goody.
And
Yep.
Goody.
Okay, Goody.
And then do you all want to have left Clay and Yugo with the axe beaks, or do you want to have them here?
I think we could have left them. The axe beaks are carnivores, right?
Yes.
Anything's an herbivore if it's hungry enough.
Well,
Sounds way
maybe.
less threatening than it should.
Yeah.
Well, that's because most plants are not alive, I think.
True.
Clay and Yugo are gonna watch these birds fuck.
I mean,
Great.
to be clear, plants are alive. I want to be clear that I know that.
Yeah. I got
Sure you do.
whatever you say, Mr. Druid.
Whatever
They're
you
not
say.
usually sentient and animate.
There it is. Yep.
It is right about 11 a.m. as you all start to ascend. Fantastic. Okay, it is nearly 11 o'clock p.m. here, and I think this is a great place to start. You are at the base of the mountain. Next session is going to be Oops All Mountain Climbing, baby. And I guess I'll go ahead and give you this little note to leave off on. You all begin climbing. The howling winds, blowing snow, and slippery ice make this climb treacherous as you begin to head up Kelvin's Cairn. Ahead of you, you see 6 mountain goats, and one of them, giant in size, perched on large rocks formations around which you must navigate. They bleat "Bah!" As you approach, and when next we begin, you shall, see these mountain goats. What's their deal?
Huh. It's odd
Who
that there's a
knows?
giant one.
Shit's odd. But hey, now you've seen both a mountain goat and a giant mountain goat. There you go, Skywatcher.
That is pretty cool.
Boom.
It's too bad I
Those.
didn't just see that.
You do now. And you get 2 wild shapes between short rests, so even better. Next time we start with the goats.
Excellent.
They're
Cool beans.
totally gonna try to eat us.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for your patience.
Thank you.
Thanks for having fun with me.
Thanks for having.
Yeah. Thank you for playing. It's pretty great that we got this whole thing going on together, you know?
That-
And I even remembered it.
That Janth thing is really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Glad you like.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there. Yeah, whenever you rolled that that nat 20, I was like, well, they definitely find these 2 dead bodies. So that was great. Well done. Thank you for playing, my friends. I appreciate it. I greatly look forward to the next game, which will be on the 18th. Unless there are any issues. Could everyone make that, do you think?
I think that is before I leave town. So
Yep.
When do you leave town?
the 23rd. It's
Great.
a Sunday.
Okay, cool. Yep, definitely won't. That's cool. Perfect. Okay, we will meet again. We will meet again on the 18th for session 55. Getting live in 55.
The 23rd is a Saturday, by the way.
Okay, then I leave on the 24th.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, a pleasant sleep, and I look forward to playing again soon.
Heck yeah.
Bye.
Y'all.
Farewell.
you.
Bye, y'all.